John Neal Jr., your professor. Welcome to another lesson of Time to Get It Monday. How are you, ladies and gentlemen, my student and listeners? I hope you're doing fine. Well, today we have a very interesting topic. It is consistency. What does consistency mean to you? Well, I'm going to break it down to you. What will happen if you're not consistent, right? So let's say you're starting a workout regimen and you want to get your weight down, right? And you work out one day, right? And you're doing very, very good. And then the next day you just stop. How about you work out for a week and 2 weeks? And then all of a sudden you just stop abruptly. And then you pick it up a few months later. Have you ever done that? Well, absolutely. And if you haven't, most people have. What about eating habits? What if we start off with eating healthy? We want to become vegan or a vegetarian, and we start eating these wonderful foods, healthy foods, and we do everything what we're supposed to be doing. And then we splurge a little bit. We want that little piece of cake or that little piece of candy. And then we continue to do it because it becomes a bad habit. What's going to happen? Well, we're probably going to gain weight. Our health is not going to be good, and it's going to cause us problems, right? Absolutely. What about if we want to save money, right? Shouldn't there be a consistency with saving money? Let's say you're saving $20 to $30 a week, or even $100 or $200 a week, right? Whatever your budget is, whatever commitment you made is to save. And what happens if you do it over a period of a year? You're going to do very good. Well, most people don't. They start off real hard, they start off good, and everything's working out, then all of a sudden, they abruptly quit. What happens? Well, they never get to the point where they wanted to get to. Now since we talked about what consistency, how not being consistent doesn't help, let's talk about how consistency really helps and how it helped me in my life. Well, not long ago, I was about 40 pounds overweight. And I was so frustrated, right? And I was like, I gotta get this weight off. So what I would do is I would go to the gym about 3 or 4 days a week. Now realize and understand that going to the gym 3 or 4 days a week can really help your body out a lot. But here's the problem. I would go to the gym sometimes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes 10 o'clock at night, and sometimes 7 in the morning. And it was very sporadic. It wasn't consistent. And guess what happened? I didn't lose weight. I was gaining weight gradually. Because not only was I working out at inconsistent times, but my eating habits start to be inconsistent as well. I was eating dinner as late as 11, 12 o'clock at night. And that was like my second dinner. You see the point that I'm trying to make? In life, if we do something like a workout regimen, which has a lot to do with your eating habits, once you start a bad habit, it perpetuates. But let me tell you something, having that 40 pounds on my body, it started to take a toll on me. I was going to try on clothes. I was embarrassed. My significant other was telling me, oh no, it's okay. I love you, baby. You look good, thick. And I knew she was lying to me. I'm sorry. I knew she was kidding, right? Absolutely. But what happened? How did I get overweight? How did I get to that point? Well, I got to that point because there was a lack of consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listen to me. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm just telling you the truth. That's the way life works. If you're inconsistent and things of that nature, it really takes a toll on you as a person. And every habit that you have perpetuates and it becomes a bad habit. Well, back to the point. So what I decided to do is I decided to be consistent. So every time I wake up, I will go for a walk. And I put on my Snapchat. If you follow me on Snapchat, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'll walk in the afternoon. I'll take a break. And sometimes, most of the time, I will walk after dinner. Why? Because I said if I don't go to bed with any food on my belly, I won't create a bigger belly, right? Absolutely. So that's my regimen. Every time I eat, I try to move around and exercise. And sometimes I'm walking 2 or 3 times a day. And sometimes I'm even walking up to 9 miles. Does that seem like a lot to you? Well, it probably is. But if you break it down and you do 3 miles in the morning, 3 miles in the afternoon, 3 miles in the evening, and sometimes I'm only able to do about 6. That's usually 3 in the morning, 3 at night. It's not very hard. But guess what it does? It helps me out as it relates to my life in terms of the consistency. See, when you're consistent, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it does something amazing for you. What it does, it gives you that opportunity to see you manifest and do something and grow. Now, because I became consistent in my weight loss, guess what? It helped me in my discipline. It helped me become disciplined in other parts of my life. Yes, so as a professor, it helped me check in more with my students, do more research on the things that I was teaching. How about as a father with my children? Yes, it helped me become more consistent with my kids, being there for them, asking them, what do they need? What do they want from me, right? And not only that, it made me a better person to my whole entire family. Why? Because I became consistent at something. When you're consistent, you set expectations for yourself. And if the expectations are realistic, measurable, quantifiable, and specific, guess what? You're able to be consistent throughout your life. See, once you commit to something, and you're consistent at one thing, it perpetuates and the cycle continues to be positive. It starts with your weight. It starts with your food choice. It starts with your behavior, how you treat people. And then it goes into your finances, your place of business, the honor that you give your work. It helps you become more positive. Be consistent in your life. And I promise you, things will turn around. Your relationships will improve. Your health will improve. And you'll become a better person all the way around. Let me tell you what consistency does. I'm going to leave you with this food for thought, okay? What consistency does, it helps improve your quality of life. Think about it. If you can improve every aspect of your life, just 10 to 15%, how much have you improved your quality of life? See, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, life isn't about how much money you make. Life isn't about obtaining all these goals and success, right? It boils down to how you perceive things. So your perception becomes your reality. So if you see in your perception and you view life and your experiences and your encounters as wonderful and amazing, it improves your quality of life without making any more money. I'm not telling you just to be consistent and not improve your life overall, but I'm telling you to understand that the little things turns into the big things. So if you're consistent, you will see that life will be more enjoyable, you'll be more successful in all encounters, and your relationships can't do anything but improve. Thank you for listening to this lesson. I really hope you enjoyed it. And please subscribe and like to this channel, and I promise you, we will inspire you. And if there's anything that you have and you want us to talk about, please feel free to leave a comment. And I want you all to be aware and look out for University of Inspire. It is going to be an amazing university that's going to inspire you and also teach you about how to connect with other people, how to become a leader, and also how to become a better public speaker. And John Neal Jr., your professor, will be there to humbly guide you through the courses. We look forward to seeing you. We look forward to hearing from you. And we look forward to you being a part of our community. Thank you for listening to this fine lesson. And please come back to the next one.